This is the event of the year.
This was the place where the winemakers could meet, where they could talk, where they could share their knowledge, share their wines, and make friends.
Welcome to the Nederburg Auction.
It was very prestigious.
It's a really good event from everybody's point of view.
Winemakers aspiring since then and even today to be at the auction.
Invitations in themselves were hard to come by.
It is a very important tick against their curriculum to have had wines at the Nederburg Auction.
It was a case of trying to break into this very set, very formal industry in a sense. And this was sort of like that pinnacle of achievement. If you could crack the nod to an invite and buy some wine on the auction, it certainly carried a lot of weight.
And the auction really started that, just with 5 participants in the first year, and then it grew to over 100.
Sometimes I almost got the feeling, even though you were willing to purchase wine, and it did take a little bit of time to just prove seriousness of what we were doing.
That all played a part in making the auction something, I think, very special. And that led, I think, at the end of the day, to realize the importance of the auction. The fact that we were uplifting the quality of South African wine.
The auction has taught us more than anything else that there are wines for everyday drinking, wines that you can still get at 30 Rand a bottle, but there are some wines that really are worth paying 1,000 Rand a bottle for. And I think Nederburg Auction's shown us that.
Industry event like this should not be a victim of fashion. It should be leading and, in fact, almost in a sense creating a certain fashion, and that's what it did originally. The wine industry and the buying component had moved on quite rapidly.
The last couple, I think, have been much more focused, much more exciting from a wine point of view.
I mean, let's not forget why we're at the auction, that's to buy wine ultimately. And it's always had some of the most special wines and a really great appeal to us to buy at the auction.
13 years ago, the lots were very, very large. So you're almost forced to buy 10, 20, 30 cases of wine, where now they almost tend to cater for the individuals that would like to have 2, 3 cases, and those that would like to still purchase the 10, 12, 20 cases.
Looking this afternoon at the wine selection, it's more about a difference in style preference than trying to find that these wines are not good and those ones are. What the auction is evolved into is the right thing for the times, and that is to have well-curated, well-cared for, good provenance of wine.
Nederburg Auction being at the bottom also, it's just something that's special for my friends.
For us, on the floor, literally one-on-one with a customer, little stickers like that make a big difference. Besides the fact that it gives you an amazing talking point, it gives you almost credits.
So suddenly for the little guys who are making a few barrels but are making some really sensational wine, unless you talk to someone who's bought some and stashed it away, there's no ways of looking at that as it gets older. In fact, there's not really that much of it happening anywhere in the world anymore. And I think that if one posed the question from that perspective, so having access to maturer wines that are more in the way you would want to enjoy them, or where the winemaker would imagine they would really bring great pleasure to the consumer, I think it could become more challenging to find that wine going forward, not less so. And so in that sense, if the auction is providing that platform, then it should have a very positive future.